Hey guys, and welcome to the Strategy Lab video. In today's video I want to show you the rules of redrawing the pattern. So I will talk about the price action that does not ruin the pattern, that doesn't make this invalid, but it requires the pattern to be redrawn, and that's why the pattern will possess different B point ratios, C point ratios, and of course changing these points, changing these ratios, you may either have a different pattern at all, or you may have a different specification of these patterns. Like in unified godly, you may change the stop loss and take profits, and vice versa. You may change the continuation pattern into a reversal pattern. Okay, so let me draw it. Regardless of what type of patterns you use, or what type of strategy you use, these rules for pattern redrawing are the same. So the pattern is a potential pattern, so you have this X to A to B and to C points, and your D point is a projection. It should be completed somewhere in the future. Price sometimes goes straight to this, and this in this case you don't need to redraw anything. Very simple. Even if it goes this way with minor pullbacks, then it is still okay. So the guideline says that these pullbacks should not be greater than the B to C leg. So let's draw some pullbacks that are greater. So we have it this way, and then we have it this way, and then we have it this way. In this case, when we have this pullback is greater than this previous B to C, then we should place our B here and place our C here, and the overall pattern should be redrawn as this. Of course, we have different B point ratio, and it may turn the pattern into a different pattern. Let's say if it is a greater than 786, for harmonic traders it may turn into a butterfly pattern instead of godly, and for advanced formation traders it can also turn into a butterfly pattern as well. Okay, you just redraw your pattern here, and you have different ratios. Another situation when you have to redraw the pattern is this one. When you have a retracement, you have price going lower than the C point, and then it reverses and goes back to the D point. In this case, you only redraw the C point because the B point stays unchanged. You redraw the C point. Okay, and in this way you have the pattern this way. Okay, different C point. It doesn't change the pattern traditionally. It doesn't turn your pattern into something else with harmonic approach, advanced pattern approach, percentile approach, but it may change the specification of a unified godly if you ever use unified godlies. Because based on the C point and B point ratio, it can be either a reversal or continuation pattern or a reversal pattern. So be very attentive. Okay, for MPS users, I added a specific function to do that for you. You don't need to remember these guidelines, you don't need to remember these rules, because you are not drawing patterns manually, you are drawing them automatically. So here you see we have price breaking the B point and then breaking the C point and then going here. So is this the pattern with the B point of 0.59? Is this a bad pattern failure, or it is a godly pattern failure? Yes. Okay, so what we need to do, you need to switch to manual, yes, and then you need to activate drawing mode. Press A on your keyboard, and you will see that it was actually a godly pattern that reversed. It was not a bad pattern. I am using this harmonic pattern terminology and advanced formation terminology. When the B point is greater than 618 is considered a godly, and if it is less than 618 is considered to be a bad pattern. For me, regardless of this terminology, they are all godlies for me. That's why I call them unified godlies. It unites everything. Okay, so this is one way to do that. Then you switch back to automatic swing identification. Another way to do that, be attentive right now, is to press V on your keyboard, and I find it very convenient. If you press V on your keyboard, this manual mode is activated automatically, and also the C to X drawing mode also activated automatically, so you don't need to press A on your keyboard to enter the drawing mode. So you simply press V and you have a pattern. When you press V one more time, you have everything back. You draw the pattern and then you have it back. Okay, now let's do a kind of back testing, yes, to record some, to examine some situations when we need to redraw the pattern, when we need to isolate the pattern, and let's do that backtest. Let us attach the fast backtest utility. So it says our backtest file will be called backtest, target mode in build, a 5-digit broker, the spread is 10, so the offset is false. Watch the video about the offset on my YouTube channel, very informative. And then we start doing our backtest. So let's go back somewhere here. Okay, you see these lines here, many lines, and this makes our pattern recognition is a bit messy, so we would like to isolate the pattern. So press V, and immediately after that click these 2 points to draw the pattern. So this time it completed here, and the result is a loss. Press V one more time back and everything is back. Here we had a pattern, yes, it then broke B, broke C. Was it invalidated as a whole? Overall it was not invalidated, it still was valid, but it hit stop loss. V one more time to go back. So isolate this pattern to draw it. So we have it this way, yes. Maybe I need to isolate this pattern because very many levels here. So let me draw it. In many cases you need to isolate the pattern. Maybe you need to switch to lower time frame. By the way, to switch to lower time frame, you simply can switch this button from on to off. Watch my videos about this. Isolating this one to draw the specific ratio to record all those all results, all those ratio and all those times. Maybe isolate this one, yes. Okay, and this one is not needed. The backtest is done. Now let us see what we have in our output file. So open the other folder, open NQL4, go to files, and the file is called backtest. This $60 is added automatically, so you never forget what time frame you were backtesting. Okay, so we have a date here. Later you can filter this according to time, maybe not trading during use event, maybe trade during use event. Then we have entry, stop, target, risk to reward. In case of risk to reward, you should understand that it is calculated this way. Because you have spread, your take profit is less by 1 spread, and your stop loss is greater by 1 spread. So this gives you a risk to reward, trade to trade risk to reward. So you set this as 0.88, and this one 0.9, and this one 0.84. Here, of course, calculating the average of this, you can calculate your average risk to reward. But from trade to trade, you have this formula to calculate your risk to reward. Okay, then you have B point ratios, C point ratios. As for my approach, I explain it almost in my every video. I decide if the pattern is a reversal or it is a continuation based on the statistical performance of the pattern. If the pattern has a high probability for a reversal, then I trade it as reversal, and if it has a high probability for a continuation, then I trade it as a continuation. To do that with MPS, you simply click this inverse button, like this to this, yes, or you teach MPS to recognize that automatically. So let me show you how it works. First, I will open my Excel spreadsheet with my backtest results, and I will show you 60-minute Prax 8 results. So here I have found 720 setups, and here are the results of these patterns. So look at this table. If the B point is from 0.3 and the C point is from 0.3 to 0.8 range, then we have 60% probability for the pattern to work. And so I calculated the probabilities for each and every pattern. So for each and every pattern. For example, if you are a fan of trading bad patterns, yes, so your B point should be from 0.5 to 0.6, yes, and your C point can stay from 0.3 to 0.8 to 0.9. So this is your bad pattern. So this bad pattern works okay, this bad pattern works okay, this bad pattern doesn't work, this bad pattern works okay, this bad pattern works okay, this bad pattern doesn't work. See, if you are a fan of a godly pattern, yes, so you may be using these two lines, because the B point is deeper, up to 0.8, up to 0.786, and the C point is from 382 to 1 or whatever. If you are using these godlies that the C point is starting from 0.6, then you should use these godly ratios. So depending on ratios, using traditional approach, you actually switch the patterns, bad patterns, godly patterns, or whatever. For me, they are all unified, and all ratio combinations are calculated to have statistical performance. So what I do when this cell is green, yes, then I trade a pattern as a reversal, like this. I expect a reversal because there is a high probability for a reversal. And when the cell is red, like this, and I have 21% probability for a reversal, this means that I have 79% probability for a continuation. So I trade it as a continuation. Instead of take profit, I put stop loss. Instead of stop loss, I put take profit. So very, very simple approach. So I told you that you can teach MPS to recognize the patterns, to recognize the direction of the pattern, to recognize those ratios, if it should be drawn as a continuation pattern or a reversal pattern. Yes, you can do that. To do that, you need to create a special CSV file. By the way, watch the video. The tooltip should appear on your screen about how to teach MPS to recognize the results of your backtest. Okay, so this is a special CSV file, and you simply create these tables in your CSV file. So let's just arrange these two spreadsheet files side by side, and you will see that this cell is actually 60%, this one is 33, this one is 66, this one is 53, this one is 41. Very, very simple. And based on this information that you provide, MPS will either draw targets standard way, or it will reverse targets according on a higher probability side. So let me cut this from here, and let me place it to files of MetaTrader 4 directory. So go here to MQL4, to files, and I place it here. So here it is, $60. Now you see that some patterns showing continuation. This one is showing continuation, so I should sell when it completes. And some of them are showing a reversal. So this bearish, I also sell. And if you will click this inverse button, it doesn't work. MPS ignores these commands because it is obeying the file, the backtest file. So you can go deeper into history. Let's go up to 1999 in the history, and you see all the levels are calculated according to this stuff. So this one was showing a reversal, but it didn't complete. This one, let us see what was it. we need to redraw it because the C point was invalidated, and it was showing a reversal, but it didn't work. So you see the difference, yes? When you redraw the pattern, it was first initially drawn as a continuation, and it actually these ratios were drawn as continuation, but because we have a different C point ratio, the true probability was a reversal probability, a high probability for reversal. Okay, so plenty of patterns here, winner, winner, winner. So what we have never completed, we have let's say almost winner here. It went hit the stop loss and then reversed. Okay, so you see the levels change. Here we had continuation levels, here we had reversal levels, here we had continuation, but it didn't work. The levels change according to patterns ratios. Very, very, very simple approach, which is done automatically. So guys, I hope I will motivate you to do your own market research, to find your own strategy. MPS is a great help. It is a great tool to backtest much faster, but still you can do all this work manually. I don't say that it is impossible to do without MPS. You can of course do that all the work manually. The only difference is the time and effort. It saves your time and it saves your effort. Okay, if you are interested, you can find a link to my website in the description. And until then, good luck and good trading. Hope to see you soon.